Everyone wants to become a millionaire in today's day and age. Every guru online is telling you that you can make 100, 200, 300K a month online in just a few months if you put in the work. You just have to work hard. And that part is true. You do have to work hard. But what nobody's telling you is that probably 99.9% of you who are watching this video are not going to become millionaires. At least not as quickly as they make you think. If you're watching this video, chances are that you're a young guy between the age of 18 and 25 and you want to make money online. You know that the traditional route of going to college isn't going to get you your dream life and it's not going to give you financial freedom. You tried a few online businesses, maybe you had some success, or maybe you're still struggling to make your first dollar online. You've been sold the dream that in just a few months of hard work, you're going to be driving Ferraris and Lambos and you're going to be in Miami in a yacht surrounded by models. And I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but the cold hard truth is that it probably won't happen. Now, I'm not saying that you might never get to that point, but before you get there, it's going to take time, it's going to take dedication, and it's going to take patience. And patience is one of those virtues that, in my opinion, got lost in today's society. No one has patience anymore. Everyone wants everything now. Everyone wants everything fast. So when it comes to making money online, I think most people approach it the wrong way. Everyone wants to make it fast. That's why gurus online are telling you that you can get rich fast, because that's what you want to hear. You don't want to hear you're going to get rich next year or in 2 years or in 3 years. You want to hear you're going to get rich next month or maybe next week or maybe tomorrow or maybe right now. But you've been sold a lie. You've been sold a fake lifestyle. But in this video, I'm going to try and give you a new perspective when it comes to making money online. So make sure you watch the video until the end if you're interested. Everyone, the whole internet has convinced you that in order to be successful, you need to make at least 100K a month. Because if you're not making that kind of money, you're a nobody. You're a loser in this society. We've been so brainwashed by social media that people really believe they need to become millionaires before they turn 20. And if they don't, they feel like they failed in life. You feel like if you're not in a penthouse in Miami and you're not driving a Ferrari, then you're missing out on life. But let me tell you that what you're really chasing is meaningless. And the people who are selling you this lifestyle most of the times are lying to you. I mean, ask yourself, is it really your goal to move to Miami and surround yourself with fake people who want to be around you just because you have money? Do you really want a girlfriend who just sees you as a wallet and the minute you're having some personal problem in your life, she disappears and she finds the next simp to take advantage for his money? Is that what you really want? Or do you want to be able to take care of the people you love? You know, retire your parents, have meaningful relationships with people who want to be with you for who you are and not just because you have money. Listen, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do all this stuff. I'm not saying you shouldn't go to Miami and you shouldn't go to yachts and you shouldn't go to clubs and buying cars, expensive watches. I'm not saying you shouldn't do all this stuff. I'm just saying that this is not the ultimate goal. At least this is not the goal for me. And yeah, of course, I like nice things. I like nice cars, nice watches, and all that stuff. But that's not the reason why I wanted to make money in the first place. If you're just doing this for the superficial things, then you probably won't make it. Saying I want to make money just to get a nice car or a nice watch, I don't think it's a powerful enough motivator to get you through all the hard times and all the downs that you're definitely going to face when you start your journey as an entrepreneur. But what is definitely going to get you through all those hard times is thinking about all the pain that you currently have, the pain that is pushing you to move away from your current state and towards your desired state. Think about how you're going to be able to help your family. Think about how you're going to retire your parents. Think about how you're going to be able to bring your girlfriend to nice places, the girlfriend. Think about how you're going to be able to help your friends. So if you're struggling to stay consistent, think about all this stuff and think about all the lives that you can improve. Because if you think about it, at the end of the day, we as men, we don't really make money for ourselves. I mean, yeah, we like to buy cars, we like to buy watches, you know, stuff like that, but that's not really why we want to make money. We want money so that we can improve the lives of the people we love. At least that's how it should be. So we want to make money so that we can provide for the people we love. And at the end of the day, that's the true essence of a man. Most of the time, we don't do things for our own happiness. We do things to make other people happy. Think about a father who wakes up every day at 5 a.m. to go to work. Do you think he's doing it because he's happy to do that? No, he's doing it just because he has to provide for his family. So the ultimate motivator is taking care of the people we love. Everything else, car, watches, parties, yachts, whatever, it's secondary. It's just a plus. It's just extra. And to be able to take care of the people you love, you don't need to make 100K a month. Everything is so inflated these days. Everyone's talk about these big numbers, and people have lost the perception of reality. People don't live in reality anymore. You don't even need to be making 20K a month to live a good life. If you're already making over 5 to 10K a month, you're already making more money than the majority of the world population. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to show it to you. Look at these average monthly salaries around the world. Like the number one is Switzerland with $7,000, and that already says it all. It's number one, and the average income is like $7,000 a month. So if you're already making between 5 to 10K a month, you're already in the top 10%, top 5% of the world. But look at this. United States is like 4,000, and let's see. This is where I'm from. I'm from Italy, and let's see where it is. Italy, where it is. Where? Oh, there it is. Italy is like, what is 1,800, like $1,800 a month. And I know this is pretty accurate because I know people here, and this is pretty much what they make every month. If you're making 5K a month online, working from your laptop with no boss breathing down your neck, you're already winning in life. So that's why you need to change your perspective. Your first goal should not be to make 100K a month. People focus on how to make 100K a month, but they haven't even made a single dollar online yet. It's like trying to go to the gym for the first time. You've never lifted a weight, and then you try to bench 4 plates the first time. Like, that's not going to work. Your first goal should be to replace your current income. And chances are that you're probably not making more than 2K a month right now. Honestly, probably most of you are making $0 online. Just imagine if in the next 3 to 6 months, or maybe in the next year, you could replace your income or start making 3 to 5K a month. Like, that would be amazing. That would be awesome. You don't need to think about making 20 or 50 or 100K a month now. I'm not saying you shouldn't be ambitious, but that's not the goal right now. You can think about that later. Once you get to 5, 10K a month, then you can think about making 20, then 50, then 100, then a million or whatever, a billion, wherever you want to go. But right now, you need to focus on making at least 3 to 5K a month. And think about that. If you're making 3K a month right now at your current job, and you could make that same 3K online, your life would be completely different. You wouldn't have to commute to work. You would have to ask for your boss for time off. You shouldn't pretend to be busy when you're finished doing your work. On Sunday night, you don't have anxiety to go to work the next morning. So you already would be living an amazing life. And the truth is that you won't get to 100K a month soon. It might take years before you get to that point. But that should not stop you from trying to build your online business. You can start today. You can start doing outreach, learning new skills, but don't do it with the mindset that you're going to become rich quick. Do it with the mindset that you're building something. You're becoming the person who is able to make 5 to 10K a month. Because right now, you're not that person yet. You can become that person if you have the patience. And what did I say at the beginning of the video, if you remember? Patience is a lost virtue. People who take action every day and have patience will always win at the end. But the people who are impatient and they want to skip steps and they want to go to the end result as fast as possible, they end up making a mess and never getting to where they want to be. So it's a journey. You have to fall in love with the process, and the outcome will be inevitable. But don't try to skip the steps. You can't go from 0 to 100 if you haven't even gone from 0 to 1. And that's the hardest part, going from 0 to 1. Some of you who are watching right now have never made a single dollar online. In fact, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've been able to make some money online, if you've sold something, or if you had a client for your business before, how you made it. Let me know in the comments. Some of you, probably most of you, I made $0 online. So why are you thinking about buying Ferraris and Lambos when you don't even know how to make a single dollar online yet? You have to first prove to yourself that it's actually possible to make money online. I remember when I found out about making money online, it was like in 2017, and I was just finding out about drop shipping. It was the first time I heard it, and I spent the whole week trying to learn everything I could about the business. I was watching every YouTube video, I was watching everything, reading every article. I was trying to learn as much as I could. After a week, I opened my first Shopify store, and like the next day, I made my first sale. It took me like a week of learning. I took action fast, implemented everything I learned throughout that week, and I made my first sale in just like 8 days. Like from the moment I found out about dropshipping to the day I made my first sale, it was like 8 or 9 days, maybe. And even though I lost money, that's a different story. I it was good for me because I knew it was proof to me that it was actually possible to make money online. And that was something I've never done before. Like I just sold something online and I was just sitting on my computer in my room. I was just sitting on my laptop in my room. It's a feeling that I can't even describe. The moment you make your first sale online and that notification pops up on your screen, on your phone screen, it's you have to experience that. But you have to take action. You have to take action, and you have to stop just watching videos. Like watching videos is good. You can get a lot of values from videos, but you have to take action too. You can't just watch videos. So the problem with social media is that you see everyone living this amazing lifestyle and you feel like shit. When you see a 20 years old who claims to be making like 500K a month while you're in your college bedroom jacking off, of course you're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna feel like you're behind in life. But they're just showing you the best parts. They're just showing you the shiny objects, like the best parts of the business. But there's a lot of things that they're not showing you. They're not showing you how many businesses that they've tried and failed before. How many uh, relationships they've destroyed chasing money. They don't show you how hard it is to get to that point. And I felt like that for years. I used to see all these people younger than me making all this money, and I used to constantly think, man, what am I doing wrong? But then I realized that everyone is on a different journey. And I understood something very important that I think you should understand too. People who get to the top as fast, really fast, usually are the people who are going to fall off just as fast. And the people who get to the top slowly, but they do it, constantly. They're working every day, and it feels like they're never gonna reach the top. And it's so hard every day. But then they finally get to the top are usually the people who are gonna maintain the success. The people who get to the top fast usually can't maintain the success for that long. They just, they maintain it for a little bit and then it starts to fall off. But usually the people who get to the top slowly, they can maintain the success much longer, usually for the rest of their lives. Think about some artists like singers, rappers, stuff like that. There are some artists who make songs that become viral and they hit the charts, they become like number one hits, and they're famous for like 2 or 3 months, maybe a year, and then you never heard of them again. Like they disappear. And I think the reason is when you get to the top so fast, you don't know how to handle all that pressure, all the stress that's coming from making all that money to having all that fame. You're not able to handle all that stuff because everything happens so fast, everything happens so quickly. That's why they fall off so fast. But usually, the people who get there slowly and they had to grind their way to the top, usually they can maintain that, success for much longer. That's why you need to change your perspective and realize that no, you probably won't become a millionaire in the next few months, but you might be able to replace your income and be able to make money online. Imagine if in the next 3 to 5 months, you could be able to quit your 9 to 5, not having a boss anymore. You become your own boss and you decide how to spend your time. And I think this is the ultimate goal is to be free to use your time as you like. And money will make you buy your time back. And time is the most precious thing we have. Being able to spend more time with our loved ones, being able to go where we like whenever we want. And that's the ultimate freedom. So let me give you a realistic roadmap to your first 5 to maybe 10K a month. And I'm not saying you're going to become a millionaire. I'm just saying that if you do the right things and you take action every day, you might be able to replace your current income or start making an extra 3 to 5K a month, maybe 10 if you're really good in the next 6 to 12 months, maybe even less. It depends on you how much, it depends on you. So the first thing you have to pick one business model. You need to stop changing business model. You need to stop jumping from business to business. You need to stop with this shiny object syndrome, get rich quick schemes. You need to pick one thing. So if you know who I am, you already know what I do. But if you're new to the channel, I do a business model that's called growth operating, which is basically partnering up with a creator who already has a lot of followers, and we help them launch and scale an offer. That could be a one-on-one coaching offer or a low ticket school community. It depends. But that's what I do. Now, I'm not saying you have to do what I do. You can pick whatever the fuck you want. Choose the business that you like, but pick one thing and stick to it. If you want to do what I do and you want to learn more about this business, you can watch the free videos on my YouTube channel. I'm going to make a lot more to provide as much value as I can for free. You don't have to do what I do. If you're interested, you can look at the link in the description. But if you're not, just pick whatever you fuck you want. Just pick one business model and stick to it. That's the most important part. You have to stick to it. Once you pick a business model, you learn the basics, the fundamentals, and you move to the next step, which is getting your first client. Now, a lot of people, when it comes to signing the first client, they think, oh, I have to make as much money as possible. And that's completely wrong. So when you're looking for your first client, don't think about making as much money as possible. Just think about getting experience, because that's what's it about. Your first client is about getting experience and prove to yourself that you can actually do this. Then you think about making money. And remember that going from 0 to 1 is much harder than going from 1 to 10. So getting that first client is going to be the hardest thing that you do. But you have to stick to it. You have to be consistent. You have to keep doing the outreach. And eventually you get your first client. And then everything's going to be easier. Once you got your first client and you see that you can actually do this, you look for your second client. And that's when you start making money. You can actually start charging. And because you already have some proof, you already have some experience, maybe you have a case study, a testimonial you can use to get your second client. And that's going to make it much easier to charge and make money. And that's it. You just keep repeating this process over and over again. So you pick a business model, you find your first client, you deliver results, amazing results, and then you keep doing the same thing over and over. That's really what a business is. It's simple, but it's not easy. Concept is simple, but it's not easy. You actually have to be persistent. You have to be consistent. You have to keep doing it even when it seems like nothing is working. You have to keep going. And as I said before, going from 0 to 1 is much harder than going from 1 to 10 or 1 to 100 or 100 to a million or whatever. And the reason is, once you get from 0 to 1, you actually proven to yourself that it's possible. You have some systems in place, you understand how it works, you have testimonials you can use and case studies, you understand the market and the business, and you actually developed some skills. And that's the most important part, because you need to have skills. If you want to bring value to people, you need to build your skills first. And listen, I get it. When you're young and broke, seeing someone your age or younger claiming to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month makes you want to punch a wall. It makes you mad. I know how it feels. But that comparison is killing your progress, and you shouldn't be comparing yourself to these people. Instead, instead of asking yourself, why not me? Ask yourself, what skill can I develop this month? Who can I provide value to today? What's one thing I can do to move forward? Ask yourself these questions and stop comparing yourself. And let me tell you another uncomfortable truth. Most people watching this video won't take action. They're gonna get pumped up. They're gonna start doing the outreach for maybe a week or two. They're gonna see that it's hard. They're gonna give up. And then they're gonna move to the next shiny object, start the next business model, the next get rich quick scheme. But if you're still here and if you're still looking at watching this video, you might be different. You might be ready to accept that success takes longer than you think, but freedom can come sooner than you realize. And you probably understand that making 5 to 10K a month online completely changes your life already. You don't need to make 20, 50, 100K, at least for now. So in 12 months, you could be in one of two places. Still watching videos about how to make 100K a month, still at your job and still dreaming about living the flashy lifestyle. Or you could be making 3 to 5K a month online. You quit your job and you're building toward a bigger future with actual momentum. So the choice is yours, but I promise you this, the person making 5K a month online is definitely closer to making 100K a month than the person making $0 and who is dreaming about making millions. So stop chasing these unrealistic numbers because you won't get there as soon as you think. It's going to take a long time. But start building skills, start building your own business, day by day, take action every day, and you're going to get there sooner than you think. For this video is all. If you liked it, comment, like, subscribe, do all that, and I'll see you in the next one.